5 more minutes, please. Where's the snooze button? Fuck it, might as well just get up. Every morning, millions of us wake up, grab our coffee, and head out to start our day. In the 1980s Sacramento, a group of elderly and vulnerable people woke up every morning in a beautiful Victorian boarding house on 1426 F Street. They thought they were safe. They thought the sweet grandmotherly woman cooking them breakfast was their savior. They were wrong. That sweet old lady was Dorothy Puente, and for many of them, waking up in her house meant they were on day closer to never waking up again. Welcome to day one of the boarding house killer. Now, while I get ready for the day, let's talk about how Dorothy Puente actually got started. Long before she was known as a kindly grandmother, she was a master con artist. Born in 1929, her early life was chaotic. By her 20s, she discovered her real talent. Lying seamlessly, forged checks, and psychological scams while running brothels. She did all of that in her 20s, remind you. In 1982, she was actually sent to prison for drugging elderly people to steal their money. The state explicitly warned everyone that she was a danger to the vulnerable, but prison did not stop her. It just gave her time to perfect her next move. By 1985, she was out on parole. Dorothy completely changed her outer appearance to fit a role. She dyed her hair white, wore pastel cardigans, and started baking for local charities. She looked like a saint on the outside, and social workers trusted her completely and started to send her their difficult cases, people with severe alcoholism, schizophrenia, or people who simply had no family left to check on them. They thought they were sending these folks to a safe haven. In reality, they were walking right into a trap. Once a tenant moved in, Dorothy would intercept their mail and take control of their social security and disability checks. Anyone who questioned the arrangement or became a burden to her operation simply vanished. While she maintained her saintly image in public, the reality was so much darker. Behind closed doors, she systematically silenced those in her care to ensure money kept flowing. She used the stolen funds to finance a lavish lifestyle, purchasing expensive clothes and cosmetic procedures, all while her tenants were never heard from again. For years, people has been silenced and vanished in that dark facility that they called a house. Dorothy always had a cover story. Because her victims were often marginalized, no one looked closer. But all of that changed in November 1988 when a persistent social worker grew suspicious. Since my phone is still charging and I can't head out yet, let's talk about what happened right before that shovel finally hit the dirt. The man who changed everything was Bert Montoya. He was a 51-year-old tenant with developmental disabilities. To everyone else, Bert was just a quiet guy who loved to help around the house. But as social worker Judy Moyes, Bert was a human being who mattered. In late 1988, Bert suddenly stopped showing up for his appointments. When Judy called the boarding house, Dorothy claimed that Bert had packed up and moved to Mexico with his family. Sure he did, Dorothy. Sure he did. But Judy knew Bert. He wouldn't just leave without telling her. She knew something was horribly wrong, so she refused to drop it and call the police. And honestly, as she should. Well, fiddlesticks, since my phone is still on 41%, we will have to be going to the house whether on day 2 or day 3. But for now, that is the wrap for day 1. Tomorrow for day 2, the police finally showed up at the F Street house. We're going to talk about the moment a detective grabs a shovel, walks into a backyard, and uncovers the horrific secrets Dorothy tried to bury. Hit follow so you don't miss day 2. Bye.